of DNA. Imagine a eukaryotic cell which contains a nucleus which contains chromosomes. What are these chromosomes made up of? Each chromosome is actually an enormously long linear DNA molecule which is packaged with the help of some proteins called as histones. Therefore, it is safe to say that each chromosome is made up of one DNA molecule plus some proteins. DNA, which is deoxyribonucleic acid, was discovered in 1869, but its structure was not determined till 1953. James Watson, alongside Francis Crick, with the help of biophysicists Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkins, found the structure of DNA. DNA is composed of two polynucleotide chains which are coiled around each other to form a double helix. DNA strands are called as polynucleotide because they are made up of monomeric units called as nucleotides. Each nucleotide is made up of three components: a ribose sugar, a phosphate group, and a base. Now looking at the chemical structure of a nucleotide, the sugar molecule is made up of 5 carbon atoms. Each carbon atom has an OH group attached to it, except for the secondary carbon. This is the reason the DNA is called 2'-deoxyribonucleic acid. From the 5th carbon is attached to the phosphate group. The primary carbon is attached to the bases. And this is how the nucleotide is formed. There are 4 types of bases: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. These bases are typically classified as purines and pyrimidines. The purines include adenine and guanine, whereas the pyrimidines include thymine, cytosine, and uracil. Uracil occurs in RNA only. The backbone of each DNA strand is made up of consecutive units of phosphate and sugar molecules, while the bases are flanking sideways. These bases flanking from each strand form hydrogen bonds with each other and thus keep the DNA double-stranded. Base adenine forms a double hydrogen bond with thymine, whereas base cytosine forms a triple hydrogen bond with guanine. Now let's try to draw the complex biochemical structure of DNA. Start by drawing nucleotides in a row one below the other. On the opposite strand, draw nucleotides upside down with the oxygen atom of the sugar molecule facing downwards. Now connect the hydrogen bonds between the nucleotides on the 2 strands. Finally, make bonds between phosphate and the 3' carbon atom of the subsequent nucleotide. As you can see, the nucleotides on the 2 strands are in opposite direction to each other. Thus, the DNA is called as antiparallel in nature. This was all about the basic structure of DNA. This video took a lot of hard work, so please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.